Greetings Jeepers, in this video I'm going to show you how to install a passenger side seat frame on a 1947 CJ2A Willys Jeep. All parts mentioned in this video from CJ-2A Make sure you use Jeep10 discount, get 10% off your next order. The first step is to test fit the passenger side seat frame and get it roughly in its spot and ensure we get these holes in the right spot. With the passenger seat frame pivot brackets with chains, we're going to flip them over and there is an L for your left side and an R for your right side, or the bolts will be facing towards each other. And there's a lip on our brackets. That will be the lip that will be pushed against our toolbox. We're going to put the left one on first, putting it roughly where it's going to go. Then move to the right side, roughly put it where it's going to go, should be right there. With the two pivot brackets roughly in their spot, the peg on the seat frame will sit into the slots on the two brackets. With one person holding the pivot brackets, another person slipping in the passenger seat frame into those slots, we'll get our seat frame roughly in its spot. We'll put it all the way down until it rests onto the floor, and ensuring that the seat frame at the very back, you can see there's our bracket. Our bottom of our seat is resting on that bracket. With the passenger seat in its final spot, we are going to ensure that the back of the seat is fully on that support bracket, which is welded onto the tub. It is. So now we can mark the holes on our pivot brackets. We'll grab our Sharpie. We'll mark the left one, just mark in that hole, get in the center. And then we'll move to the right one and we will mark the hole. We're going to drill that hole. Use a 1/8 inch drill bit to pre-drill the hole. Drill the hole using a 5/16 inch drill bit. Now drill the second hole. The two holes are now drilled. Now it's time to install the left pivot bracket and the right pivot bracket using this hardware kit. This hardware kit will be attached to our toolbox. This is your passenger seat frame pivot brackets to floor hardware kit. And this is a 1 inch long 5/16 inch coarse thread bolt, a washer, lock washer, and nut. Starting with the left pivot bracket, we'll line it up with that hole that we drilled. We'll get our bolt, we'll slide it through the hole, into our pivot bracket right to the toolbox, and underneath we'll get our washer, then we'll have our lock washer, and then our nut. And we'll get that all tightened up from underneath, reaching our hand underneath. With the washer, lock washer, and nut on the bottom side, we'll use a 1/2 inch wrench to hold the nut and a 1/2 inch socket on the top to tighten, and we'll tighten this until it's snug. Now install the right pivot bracket into that hole that we drilled into our toolbox. We'll repeat the same steps, installing the bolt right through the pivot bracket, right through the toolbox. And on the other side, we'll install the washer, lock washer, and nut. Finally, tighten this bolt using our 1/2 inch wrench and 1/2 inch socket to tighten until it's snug. Close the toolbox lid so the seat frame can be installed. Install the seat frame into the pivot brackets, putting those pegs directly into those slots on the left and the right side, just pushing it in. And now we will put the seat all the way down, resting it on that rear support bracket. And now we will put our pins in, starting at the right. Going to the left pivot bracket, install that pin into that pivot bracket. And that's how you install the passenger side seat frame. The next video I'll show you how to install the driver's side seat frame and the cushions on both seats. Make sure to use Jeep10 check code at CJ2A to get 10% off your next order.